Welcome to Switch Comics. My name is Marco.
I'm Chris.
Today's new comic book day. We got a rather small stack, which this is small for us. Honestly,
it's still decently thick. It's just mostly covers.
It's mainly cover buys this week.
I read 6 books?
I feel like probably a third of them are Predator variants. And then the other third might be Star Wars covers. But anyway, because I only read 4 books this week. It was incredibly light for me, which was good because I ended up spending money. For tonight's stream, gonna go ahead and let you know, we're gonna do a haul stream. We got a big stack of comics. We got a box of action figures, some Legos,
Pops.
a pop or two. Yeah. Lots of cool stuff.
My bad, 3.
Okay, lots of cool stuff. Definitely excited to show that off. Definitely be messing around with the figures for quite a while, so we're gonna section it up. We'll see.
Might even build Lego.
Yeah, might build some Legos, depending on how long we seem to be going for. But anyway, let's go ahead and hop into it. So, starting off, always with the Marvel first. We got Damage Control, #1. New book here that I gotta say,
Marco
I didn't
hates
like.
it.
I did not
I
like
thought it. Was very okay.
I was falling asleep. It's very childlike and non-consequential, and there's just characters in it for character's sake.
Yeah, I found that to be kind of a thing. There's
but
just
also,
kind of
like,
characters everywhere for no reason.
It doesn't feel like none of the characters feel like themselves either.
Yeah.
Because when I saw this cover, I'm like, oh sweet, there's gonna be a bunch of this awesome superhero team up. Like, for example, to compare it to New Fantastic Four, we have Ghost Rider, Mr. Fix-It, Spider-Man, and Wolverine. Like, all those characters feel very fleshed out in that comic, and it's fairly kid-like in goofiness, you know? Like, it's a fairly goofy comic, but I can tell each of those characters, they're exactly who they've always been, and it works, it's well written. But God, I'm gonna do little slight spoilers, and they're just little cameos, and they're on here because they're on the cover. Like, all they do in this comic with Moon Knight is they mess up his name at like a Starbucks or whatever, and then he says, "I said no whipped cream." Like, that is Moon Knight in this comic. Oh, does She-Hulk say a line?
Not a line.
I think she's just like, "Arr!"
Yeah.
And it's like, what? That's all. Like, he walks past her and she's like a ogre or something. Ghost Rider is in an elevator with another dude that has a ice cream cake that is melting, and he's like, "Can you turn your head off?" And he explodes his head even more into a fiery explosion. It's none of these characters. None of these characters are like this. Nightcrawler might have been the only one, but again, they're in there for just like 2 lines, if that. You don't even really get a sense of their character, and when they do say something, it's as if I showed you pictures of these guys and we're like, "Hey, make a comic," and you've never heard of a Marvel character. You know what I mean? I don't know. I did not like this at all. I will not be continuing.
Unless it's got a cool cover.
Yeah, unless they do something super amazing, but I will not be continuing. I did not enjoy it. So moving on to... Oh, yeah, so you didn't read this one, right?
Yeah,
Savage
no,
Avengers?
I haven't read the other ones yet.
Yeah, so he's not caught up, so... Savage Avengers, what is it, number 4?
4.
Pretty cool cover.
4.
I like that one.
Yeah.
And then... Axe Judgment Day, number 3. That's a weird-looking 3. And you said you've really been enjoying this one, right?
Yeah. No, Judgment Day's been really good.
It's also a pretty cool cover. I like that one quite a bit.
I like that I don't have to know anything about the Eternals or the X-Men.
The only thing I don't like is I don't like when they do barcodes in different colors, in any color. I just think it looks weird. But yeah, I was... After that first issue... I guess that was not Judgment Day, that was Dawn of Judgment, or
Eve.
Precursor to Judgment. You were like, eh... And so I was like, yeah, you're probably not going to stick through it.
I don't know. In Eve of Judgment, it was talking about all this, like, eternal X-Men relations and stuff, and, like...
Yeah, well, in all fairness, whenever they do those...
It's still talking about that. It's just more interesting now.
Yeah, whenever they do those preludes, they have to kind of
explain everything.
Yeah, this is like, well, here's what's going on, you know. Then we have Captain America Symbol of Truth number 4. So the Sam Wilson one.
Yeah, really fun. I've been liking this a lot. I read the original Sam Wilson Captain America, both him and All New Captain America.
Yeah.
And I love those as well. And it feels very much just like a continuation almost of that.
Neat. Are these 5-part series?
I have no idea.
I think they are. Not sure. Then we have Avengers Forever number 8. And this is going to be the start of our Predator variants here.
Yeah.
So
Avengers Forever was also good. Follows. I can't spoil too much.
Yeah.
But this one follows an alternate Thor. That's about all I can say without spoilers.
And I'm not reading this, but he told me about it, and it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. And then we have... You didn't read this one, right?
No.
Yeah, so this is just a cover by another Predator variant, Genesis.
I wanted to read the number 1, but didn't have money.
So I'll let you get a good look at that one.
It looks very much like a movie poster with the big monster bad guys in the background.
And then Defenders...
That one might be my least favorite Predator variant. It's alright. You know?
Yeah.
He's also about to get annihilated by the Silver Surfer.
I really like that Surfer. Yeah. It's funny.
Like, he might have caught Doctor Strange off guard there for a second, but Silver Surfer's about to blast a hole through him.
Yeah. That's the thing, like, is there a world where Predator stabbed Doctor Strange and got away with it? Sure, maybe. Is there a world where he does anything to Silver Surfer? No. And then we have Spiderman 8, which is a nice...
That's our second Spider-Man one
we've
ever had.
Strange that they did 2 for Spider-Man.
Spider-Man's good.
But, yeah, it's
I like
cool one.
The insinuation that he has just killed the Green Goblin and taken his mask.
Yeah. It reminds me of those covers. I think it started with the Elektra where she's got her sigh out and Daredevil's mask is on it. Reminds me of that. You've seen it. It's like a big yellow cover. Classic Daredevil cover.
Coulda.
Then we have Fantastic Four number 46.
I like this Predator variant.
Which
Predator's drawn really good.
I feel like all these are kind of dark.
Yeah.
Like it's all, a lot of them are just kind of dark and muddy. Which, you know, you can do dark, and it's Predator, so I mean, you can definitely do dark.
I just want a Predator versus the Marvel Universe. I think it'd be really good.
It'd be super fun. And then you didn't read this one, right?
No.
So Shang-Chi and the Ten Rings.
Almost completed the last Shang-Chi.
Number 10. Yeah, he's just catching up on that series.
I have one book to read, and then I'll be able to start reading this one. The Shang-Chi series before this one is also really good. Read that.
And then I didn't get any of these yet, right? I don't think I did.
No.
So we have Spider-Gwen number 5, the Land cover.
The first one we've had since the number 1.
Yeah. So it's the homage, you know, to the 1 in 25 for Edge of Spider-Verse 2. Which he's been doing them on all the issues so far, except for they've been dressed as, you know, Wolverine or something, you know, something else. It says the first one that is Spider-Gwen. And, yeah, I mean, I like Land's work. It's just a really solid cover, so I decided to go ahead and get that one. If I had liked the series, I might have went ahead and picked up all the Land homages, but I did not like that first issue and will not read anymore. So then moving on to... See, this is where it breaks. And because you always argue with me, I'm like, I'm done with the Marvel, moving on to Star Wars. And you're like, it's still Marvel. Not this time, because Dark Horse is back. And it's what is it? Hyperspace Stories. It's a child story, but that's the thing. Like, I feel like all the... Now, granted, well, I shouldn't say all, but a lot of the IDW stuff, which is child, you know, content... I feel like a lot of that stuff I've really enjoyed. What's it called? High Republic Adventures, I thought was a fantastic series. Had a couple points where it dulled down, but man, it really outshined the main series in my opinion. And there's just been some other IDW books that I've read that I've enjoyed. Just because it's content made for kids doesn't mean it can't also be good. But this one is fine. Like, I don't hate it. It's
alright.
It's fine. Will I continue? I don't know. It depends on the cover.
Cool cover.
Yeah, and that's another part of it. I was like, oh, it's good to see the droids. Honestly, best part of the thing. Very minimal, but just to see a droid talking is always just great. You know, like, because the voice automatically goes into your head. And I don't know, it's just something about that brings me joy. But it was very small moments in this issue. It felt so rushed. It felt like they were just from one thing to another. And I actually had to go back and like
they skipped panels.
Yeah, I had to go back and be like, what did I miss? Like, something seems seriously wrong. And then what number is this? Darth Vader number 26, an absolutely awesome cover.
Yeah.
Just
he is
a sick cover.
Not having a great time.
And Vader kills it with the cover. So I don't know the artist on that one. Let me see if I can pop it open real quick. I'm not sure if it's Raza. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah.
Who else do they do?
Great. I can't think of a cover off the top of my head that you would know. But yeah, I mean, I've seen Raza's work and enjoyed it. Now up next we have the Maleev variant, which Maleev is an artist that
fantastic.
I really like as well. Absolutely awesome cover. Yeah, super super cool. Even we were talking earlier because Maleev has he doesn't have a style. He just does a bunch of different types of art, and it's really interesting. And even with this own piece split down the middle, like he treats both sides very differently, like artistically. And it's so cool. Like he's just a really talented artist. And then we also have the Choose Your Destiny, Darth Sidious, Emperor Palpatine cover.
That's nice.
I know you don't care for it, but I like his saber.
I never said I didn't care for it.
I think when we were talking about like lightsabers to get and stuff, you're like, I don't really care for his lightsaber.
Like to get, it's a whatever.
I've always thought it had a really sleek design to it. And then we also picked up the Dr. Aphra with Darth Maul. Aphra. Some people do say Aphra.
Do they?
Yeah. It's one of those things, like, you don't know until a show or movie happens, and then they say Aphra, you know? And you're like, oh no.
It's like I guarantee, 90% of America's population just said Shang-Chi instead of Shang-Chi.
Oh yeah,
but
for
then
sure.
The movie came out, and now everybody's going Shang.
Yeah. And there's other things. You'll find that in comics when it's just in written form and you start talking to people, and then suddenly you realize it's like, oh, that's how they think it's said. And then you're like, wait a minute, I don't know for certain if this is the way that it should be said the way that I'm saying it. Because you just don't know. What bugs me, I can only think of one good example, is when there is a movie or show or something, and so there's a clear way how to say something, and then people always get it wrong. Yeah. The number one thing I can think of is Ahsoka. I can't tell you how many times I've heard Ashoka from people that have watched the shows. It blows my mind. Every time I hear it, it's just, I'm like...
The H is first.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's not how it's spelled, and they say it. Why are you even looking at how it's spelled? They say her name. That's how you know her, is because they've said her name in the things that you've watched. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, drives me crazy. Last book we have... Oh, no, I lied. We have that's all for the Star Wars. Then we have a single DC book was a cover by. But you know me, I love my art germ. And you know what? I could care less. What comic is this? Action Comics. It's a Superman comic. Who would have thought?
Superman's in the background, I think.
Yeah, he is. And he's kind of funny. Like, I like it. These swimsuit variants in general have been pretty funny. And I've really enjoyed that. Like, just... I
liked the Batman one a lot, where he's wearing his cowl.
Yes, that one was really fun.
Like, swim trunks.
Yeah, I really enjoyed. They just take a step back and they're like, just be goofy with it. And comics are goofy.
Like the Deathstroke one this week was really fun.
Yeah.
I like the idea of, I'm going to the beach, I'm going to wear my swim trunks, I'm going to wear my mask.
Yeah. No, it's just great. But, yeah, even though they've been really good, I'm just not a DC fan. Like, if I was a big Batman fan, I probably would have bought that Batman swimsuit one because it was hilarious.
I love they cheated. They gave Wonder Woman 2. That one I got last week, and the vampire one.
Oh yeah,
it was like the week before.
Yeah,
whatever.
This one I only got because it's art germ, and I just love his work. It's so good. It's amazing. So yeah, had to get that one, and that's it for DC. Nothing to read from DC this week. But then we picked up a couple indie books as well. What number is this? Public Domain number 3, which has been a pretty awesome series. I really enjoyed it. I like the ending of this book. I thought was really good. Again, Zdarsky writing this, and it's a lot slower. It's just people talking. I guess this is the first issue to kind of have some action, even though not really at all. And yeah, it's just really people talking and figuring out. It's got a lot of aspects of just life and family, and I just like it. It's good. It's just well written, good.
And it leaves
characters.
On really good, what's the word I'm looking for?
Cliffhangers?
Cliffhangers, yeah.
But they're like interested. They're like...
It's not really a cliffhanger.
It's not like someone's about to die or something crazy. It's just like...
But I think I'd still categorize that as
I know, yeah, but it's not what you would think, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's just...
Unique cliffhangers. It's just this... You wouldn't see anywhere else.
Little, yeah. I don't know. I like it. And last book we have is Grimm... Where's the number?
4.
Grimm number 4. Okay. Not on the front, I guess, for whatever reason. Or hidden. I don't know. Anyway, as always, got the Jenny Frison variant on this.
It's written in black right there.
Slight spoiler. These characters are in a single panel. So if you're expecting to figure out what's up with these two, we're going to find out, I guess, next issue it looked like. But yeah, I'm enjoying this series. It's not anything I'm like crazy over. If Frison wasn't doing the art, I probably would have never picked it up. She's not doing anything. She's just doing covers. But I'm always kind of looking for another reason to buy some Jenny Frison art. And she just doesn't work on a lot of titles. She doesn't work on a lot of titles in general, but also doesn't work on a lot of things that I care for. So, yeah, decided to pick it up. It's been pretty decent. It's got some interesting big mystery wrapped up in... it's under the thing of like there's a lot of Grim Reapers, which is not a crazy unique story, but it's like they all work to carry people to the afterlife, and like it's kind of like a business in a way. But then you have this big mystery wrapped up in it, and as well as this big entity called the End, which is just a giant demon monster thing. It's pretty cool looking. And so yeah, it's interesting enough. It's keeping me going. So yeah, not too many books that we read this week. A lot of sick covers. This tonight. Like I said, we're gonna be streaming, doing a haul video. We have a bigger stack than what we had here. Big stack of comics. I think only one that's kind of worth anything, but it's a pretty nice book. One I've been talking about for a while. And I finally got it. And then we have, like I said, a bunch of action figures, and I'm definitely gonna be messing around with them. Like, it's some stuff that I've been waiting to get for a long time. I nearly slipped up while saying that. I really had to slow down and say it just one word at a time and watch myself. But anyway,
spoiler.
Cut it all out. No, but anyway, so I hope you all can join us tonight. Or maybe just go back and watch it on the rewind.
Not a real fan.
I think that's all I got. Thank you all for the continued support. We are pushing ever closer to 1,000 subscribers.
What are we at? Like
970, I think.
970?
Yeah, 970.
Heck yeah.
Last I checked, anyway.
30 more. Do it.
I'm giving away 3 slabs, but then the community is pitching in. I'm going to wait until we get closer just to see in case anybody else adds in. I don't want to have to keep making update videos. But there are more comics. There's going to be more giveaways added on, including at least one more slab to the giveaway, which is a really cool one, by the way.
It's very fun. One I might get myself after, eventually.
Fan of the channel, Super Baby, gave us a slab, and...
Fan of the channel and sheriff of our streams.
Gave us this little cute Agumon.
I should say deputy. Gave us the
deputy. Oh, yeah, also, by the way, big thanks to everyone that voted in the Cbca Awards. Wait, Cbca Awards. I forgot to tell you, we're nominated for Best Speculation comic videos. I can't remember the exact title.
Not hair?
No, we didn't get hair. I've been meaning to tell you.
Rude.
It kind of broke my heart a little bit.
How?
I don't know.
Because I actually, my hair's kind of greasy right now.
Yeah, no, probably because I need to cut my hair. Honestly, it's just a long mess at the moment.
We're unkempt. They can't handle us.
I know. I haven't been shaving. I'm a mess. I'm sorry. I let you all down. You all didn't let us down. We let you down, and I'm sorry. But we did get nominated for at least one award, which is one more than last year. So thanks to Brian for putting it on.
Thanks, Brian.
Thank everyone that voted. Stop it. But anyway, that's gonna be it for today. Thank you all so much, and hope to see you tonight. Bye-bye.
Bye.